Namaste. Welcome to the sixth edition of the Global Festival of Oneness celebrating the life and works of Adi Shankara, organized by Indica Moksha. My name is Anuradha and I'm the host for this session. Let us start with a prayer. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. We're very pleased to have with us Shri Uday Acharya, who is going to talk on the subject Shankaracharya's meditation verses on the inner self. Before we get on to the talk, let me introduce the speaker. Sri Acharya ji is a teacher of Vedanta and a senior disciple of Pujya Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati. He has been teaching Prakarana Granthas and the Prasthana Trayi with Shankara Bhashyam for over 35 years in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. He has conducted several spiritual camps in Rishikesh, Coimbatore, Nagpur, Lonavala, and Pujya Swamiji's village, Manjakudi. He has done his full-time residential Vedanta studies under Swami Chinmayananda, Swami Dayananda, and Swami Tarananda Giri in Mumbai and Rishikesh. He has studied for his master's degree in Sanskrit from the Mumbai universities and has learned Panini Sutras from Rishikesh. Welcome, Acharya ji.
Namaskar.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, Anuradha. That was short and sweet.
You can share your slide and you can begin your talk. So.
Yes. I'll be talking on 3 verses composed by Adi Shankaracharya. I'll share the screen here. These verses basically are meditative verses to help you to recall all the teaching that has you have gone through with your teacher. We start with a prayer. In fact, these 3 verses themselves are a prayer, so I will not have a separate prayer. Pratasmarami Hridi Samsfuradaatmatattvam Satchit Sukham Paramaham Sakatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptimavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha Pratasmarami Hridi Samsfuradaatmatattvam Satchit Sukham Paramaham Sakatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptimavaiti Nityam Tat Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha Pratar Bhajami Manasa Vachasa Magamyam Vacho Vibhanti Nikhilaya Dhanugrahena Yanneti Neti Vachanair Nigama Avocham Tam Deva Deva Machamachyutamatar Achyutamahuragryam Pratar Namami Tamasah Paramarkavarnam Purnam Sanatana Padam Purushotamakyam Yasminnidam Jagadasheshamasheshamurtau Rajvam Bhujangamaiva Pratibhasitam Vai. A small prayer to my own Guru. Sada Smeravakram Kripapurnanetram Stiram Dinamitram Janapriti Suvijnata Shastram Kashaya Tavastram Dayananda Rupam Madacharya Dayananda Rupam Madacharya Vedanta is a moksha shastra. It takes you to the core of yourself, in and through all your various personalities, and introduces you to yourself. In this sense, It is a means of direct knowledge. These prayer verses, Prata Smarami, composed by Adi Shankara, very beautifully captures almost the entire body of Vedanta in a very concise, very brief form, and very direct. I'll read these verses, give the meaning. Later on, we can discuss some of the Vedanta points that are mentioned here. Pratah Smarami. Pratah Smarami Hridi Samsfurad Atma Tattvam. In the morning, I remember in my heart the Atma Tattva that is shining within. Satchit Sukham Paramahamsa Gatim Turiyam. It is in the nature of Satchidananda and it is Paramahamsa Gati. It is the abode of Paramahamsa Acharyas. So the teachers and the enlightened ones, so their abode is the Atma. Turiyam. It is called as a fourth, incidentally, not essentially. Incidentally, because of the three states of waking, dream, and sleep, the Atma is called as the fourth because it is different from the three. Essentially, it is one. There is the three are appearances, one is reality. Therefore, three are discounted. When you discount the three, what remains is only oneness. So that oneness, incidentally, is called Turiyam. Yat swapna jagara sushuptim avaiti nityam. That which witnesses the three states of waking, dream, and sleep, nityam, constantly. At no time does it disappear. It is the constant witness. Tad Brahma Nishkalam. So that Atma Tattvam is Brahma, is the universal self, and it does not have any parts. It has no kalas, it has no components. So that is what I am. I am that Brahman, Nacha Bhuta Sangaha. I am not the collection of the Panchabhutas, of space, air, fire, water, and earth, out of which my body, my mind, and my personalities are me. My personalities are not me, they are what I have. What I am is Brahma. I am free from all personalities. I have no kalas, I have no division within me. I have no parts. I am one whole, undivided, limitless conscious being. The next verse goes Pratar bhajami manasa vachasama gamyam. In the morning, I worship with my mind and my words. Agamyam. I worship that Brahman who cannot be reached by mind and words. I worship Brahman with my mind and with my words. That Brahman is someone who cannot be reached by mind and words. For the simple reason that Brahman is not an object of my mind and it is not the connoted meaning of words. We'll talk more about this later. Vacho vibhanti nikhila yad anugrahena. Words do not capture the nature of Brahman, but the words themselves shine Nikhilaha Vachaha. The entire horde of words, they all shine because of the grace of that Atma. The Atma lights up my words, it lights up my mind. My mind and words cannot objectify the Atma, but they themselves are blessed by the grace of the Atma. What do the words say about the Atma? Yan neti neti vachanaihi nigama avocham. The Nigamaha, the Vedanta Vakyas. Nigama is a Shastra, so Nigamaha is a Vakyas of the Shastra. So they have said that Atma is Neti Neti. Atma is not the mind, Atma is not the body, Atma is not the Ahankara, Atma is not the Panchakoshas. So in this way, the Atma is sorted out from Anatma. Tam Deva Devam Ajam Achyutam Ahuhu Agriyam. So that Atma is called as Deva Deva, the Lord of all Lords. He is Ajam, he is unborn, he is Achyutam, unmovable, unshakable, and Agriyam. Agriyam is the foremost. This is what the Veda Vakyas have said about the Atma. Pratar Namami Tamasa Paramarkavarnam. In the morning, I salute that which is beyond the darkness, Tamasaha Param. That which is beyond darkness, untouched by darkness, Arkavarnam. It is a color of the sun. It is bright, shining nature, the nature of consciousness. Purnam Sanatana Padam. It is Purnam, it is complete, it is partlessly whole. Sanatanam, it is ever the same, it is eternal. Purushottamākyam, it is called as Purushottama, the highest self, the universal self, the highest self. Yasmin idam jagat ashesham, ashesha murtau, in which this entire universe is located. Pratibhasitam, it appears, this entire universe appears in this Atma which is Purnam, and it is Ashesha Murti. Ashesha Murti means it is without end. It has no Shesham, it has no end, it is all pervading. So its form is the all pervading universal form like Akasha. And it appears, this entire universe appears in that Atma which is limitless, in the same way as the snake appears on the rope. Rajwam Bhujanga Iva. Just like the snake appears on the rope because of a mistake, similarly, this universe appears in Brahman. Having said this much, these verses are in the form of meditation. There are two types of meditation. The first type of meditation is called upasana. Upasana is mental prayer, you can say, mental visualization or mental invocation. You invoke Ishvara, Maya Sahitam Brahma, the one who is the creator of this universe. You invoke him in your thoughts and ask for blessings. Upasana again can be in terms of I invoke Ishvara who is different from me, or I invoke Ishvara who is within me. When I say I invoke Ishvara who is different from me, it is a normal upasana. When I invoke Ishvara within myself, so my whole body, mind, and soul, I superimpose Ishvara on myself. Basically, upasana means atasmin tadbuddhi. You're superimposing something on something else, especially something higher on something lower. I invoke Ishvara in my body mind. My body mind is ordinary, Ishvara is extraordinary. I invoke Ishvara here and I pray to him. So this is called Ahangraha Upasana. There is a normal Upasana in which you invoke Ishvara in the temple, in the Vigraha, or in the sun, or in some other form. That's a regular Upasana in which Ishvara is not seen as yourself. You bow down to Ishvara who is there in the sun or who is there in this Vigraha. In Ahangraha Upasana, you bow down to Ishvara within yourself. Okay? Both of this come under the first type of meditation, Upasana. The other type of meditation is called as Nitidhyasana. Nitidhyasana is in which you're not invoking Ishvara and asking for blessings. You are recognizing the reality of Ishvara who is right here, right now. Ishvara is right here, right now, because he is the truth of the universe, he is the truth of this body, he is the truth of this mind. In fact, without Ishvara, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no universe. All this is nothing but Ishvara. Ishvara is right here, right now, and he is in the form of the consciousness in my heart. So, Pratasmarami Hridi, I invoke that Ishvara in my heart. If you say it is Upasana, it is fine. If you say it is Nitidhyasana, also it is fine. These verses can be taken as a prayer to pray to the Lord Ishvara, who is described in both ways, Sagunam as well as Nirgunam. Okay? Or you can take Ishvara as reality, who is Nirgunam, who is present right here, right now. These three verses are mainly verses of Nitidhyasana. You're expected to have understood something about the Shastra to recognize that Ishvara is right here, right now. He is the truth of my body, my mind. So, Pratasvarami Hridi Samspurad Atma Tattvam. That nature of the Atma Tattvam is shining in my heart. I meditate on that Atma who is shining here. Satchit Sukham. He is the nature of Sat, Chit and Ananda. That Ishvara is Sat, is existent unconditionally. He is Chit, he is conscious unconditionally. He is Sukham, he is Ananda unconditionally. Paramahamsa Gatim. He is the abode of the wise, enlightened ones. Paramahamsa is a jnani, the one who is enlightened. So, they are rooted in Brahman. So Brahman is a gati, is a destination or the abode for these wise persons. Turiyam Brahman or the Atma is Turiyam. Turiyam is the fourth. So when you count 1, 2, 3, waking, dream, and stream, then Brahman is a fourth. Okay. When you recognize 1, 2, 3 are just nothing but the same one appearing differently. Okay. Waker 1. Okay. Dreamer 2. Sleeper 3. Okay. Actually, there is only one. So this is one is real, the other is just a shadow. The second is a shadow, the third is a shadow, the fourth also is just a shadow. There is only one. Right? So this one is called Turiyam. It is fourth with reference to the three. Yat swapna jagara sushuptim avaiti nityam. It is that which is present in waking. It is present in waking as a waker, as a waking individual. It is present in the waking as a knower of the waking individual. It is present as both. It appears as a waking individual and it is lighting up that appearance of the waking individual. So it has a double role. It is appearance as well as reality. Similarly, in dream, it appears as a dream individual. It lights up the dream individual and the dream world. It appears as a sleep condition, and it is also that which lights up the sleep condition. It is a witness of waking, dream, and sleep. So, swapna, jagara, sushupti, mavaiti, nityam, constant. What is constant is the Atma Tattvam. What is changing is waking, dream, and sleep. So, these states, they come and go. They are a set of conditions that keep changing. The Atma Tattva is not a condition subject to change. It is free from conditions, independent of conditions. You can call it unconditional. Okay, so this Atma Tattva, which is unconditional, which is present at all times when conditions keep changing. Now, that Atma Tattva happens to be Brahma. Brahma is a universal self who is a creator, who is all pervading, and who is reality of creation. So, that Brahma, Nishkalam, the one free from all kalas, all divisions, all parts. So the undivided whole, limitless Brahman, that Brahman, Aham Asmi, that Brahman happens to be me. So this echoing the words of the Upanishad, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahma Asmi. So Tat Brahma Nishkalam Aham, Nacha Bhuta Sangraha. Definitely, I am not this bundle of five elements of which my mind and body are constituted. This bundle of five elements appear in my waking state. To some extent, they may appear in the dream state. In my sleep condition, they don't exist. Therefore, these five elements are nothing again but a set of conditions. They exist under certain conditions, they disappear under certain conditions. They themselves are a set of conditions. Okay? They appear under certain conditions, disappear under certain other conditions. So these conditions are dependent on something else, whereas I am Nityam. I am not a condition dependent on someone else. I am independent. I am unconditional. I am present in every condition, waking, dream, and sleep. At the same time, I am not limited to any condition. Whether the conditions come or conditions go does not matter. I am the same. I am unconditional. To put it very interesting modern language, I am what I am. I am. No conditions apply. Okay, I am always what I am. No conditions apply. I am not the waker. I am not the dreamer. I am not the sleeper. I am just what I am. I am the conscious being, Satchit Ananda. I am the abode of the Paramahamsas. I am the Turiyam. I am the Atma Tattvam. I am the one shining in the heart. And I am the one who knows the waking, dream, and sleep. That Brahma who is partless, that Brahma is what I am. I am not the set of conditions that come and go, that are variable. This first verse, it helps to uh, point out the presence of Atma who is present here and now. Atma as the conscious entity is present right here, right now, in my very body, in my very mind. I don't have to go searching for Atma. I just have to open my eyes to recognize Atma. That opening of the eyes is a blessing of my teacher. With my teacher's help, my eyes are open to what I am. And my eyes are open to what I am. I recognize myself as I am. I am what I am. I am complete. I am secure. I am fulfilled. Right here, right now. This is a meditative verse. Just focus on what you are. You are present right here, right now. You are a conscious being. Your consciousness is reflected in the mind. When you are a thinking, feeling, emotional person, you enjoy that consciousness, which is actually the reflected consciousness. Consciousness is not the property of the mind, it is just a reflection of my real nature reflected in the mind. The mind appears conscious. I am conscious. See the difference? I am conscious by nature. Mind is conscious because my consciousness is reflected there. Just like in a piece of glass or a mirror, the sun is reflected. So the sun is the source of light. Now, this glass piece or this mirror becomes a secondary source of light because it's a reflected light. Similarly, I am conscious as a person. I am conscious as the thinking person. Now, that thinking conscious nature is a reflection of my original nature, which is unconditionally conscious. My mind has consciousness. I am conscious. This is the difference. My mind has consciousness as a reflection. I am conscious. I am the original. I am right here. I don't have to go anywhere to access my real nature. In my mind, I am present. I am present as my mind. I am present as a consciousness in the mind. I am present as a consciousness who is witnessing the mind. All I have to do is just put my finger on what I really am. If I know, I am right here. If I don't know, I'm just struggling to understand myself. Okay? I am what I am. I am complete. I am secure. I am fulfilled. So the first verse helps you to identify yourself as present here and now. And also, of course, Nacha Bhuta Sangha, I am not this body and mind. So it helps you to sort out what you are not. You are right here as you are. At the same time, this body mind also is right here. Now that you are not. Okay. In the next verse, we go one step further. Pratar bhajami manasa vachasama gamyam. In the morning, I invoke, or rather, I not invoke, I focus on, or I put my mind on that Atma, which is agamyam, which is not an object of my mind. I take my mind towards the fact that I am not an object of the mind. Manasa, vachasa, with my mind, with my words, I take my attention to the nature of the Atma, which is not an object of the mind. In fact, the words do not light up Atma, the mind does not light up Atma. The opposite is true. Yad anugrahena vacho nikhilaha vibhanti. Because of whose grace the words themselves are lighted up. Yan neti neti vachanair nigamaha avocham. That which the Upanishad Vakyas they have said as they have revealed as not this, not this, not this body, not this mind. It is independent of the body, dependent of the mind. At the same time, it is present in the mind, present where the words are. It is also the one who is aware of the body and mind. So in this way, the Atma is revealed by the Veda Vakyas. Tam Deva Devam Ajam Achyutam Ahuhu Agryam. So that Atma is revealed as Deva Devam, as a God of all gods, as the reality of all the Devatas. You have the various Devatas who are said to uh, supervise, if you want to say, the various aspects of creation. So you have Agni Deva, who is responsible for fire. You have Vayu for wind. You have Varuna for the waters. You have Indra for strength. So in this way, all the gods, they all get their strength from the God of gods, who is Brahman. Without the power of Brahman, Indra, Vayu, Agni are powerless. This is what is revealed in the Kenopanishad. It's a beautiful story in which Indra, Vayu, Agni, they uh, could not really uh, identify who Brahman was. Brahman came in the form of a yaksha, a very uh, uh, lighted up being, so a flame of light. So Agni went, asked, "Who are you?" And Brahman, in reply, said, "Who are you?" So Agni said, "I am fire. I can burn anything down. That is my strength. So, can you burn this blade of grass?" That Yaksha, the Brahman present in the as a Yaksha, as a being of light, he asked Agni, "Can you burn this blade of grass?" Agni tried and he failed, and he went back without knowing who Brahman was. Vayu came, and the same thing happened. Yaksha asked Vayu, "Can you blow this blade of grass?" Vayu tried and he was helpless. He went back without knowing who Brahman was. Indra finally came with great humility. When he came, Brahman disappeared. In his place, Uma, Brahma Vidya, the, the Pramanam for Brahma. So that Uma, she appeared and she said, "This, what you just saw now, was Brahman. You could not really uh, identify what it was. It was, you cannot miss it at the same time, you cannot recognize. This is the nature of Brahman. You cannot miss Brahman, at the same time, you do not recognize Brahman. You cannot miss Brahman because Brahman is a conscious being which is the truth of your own conscious mind. Can you miss your conscious nature? No. But can you recognize your conscious nature? You always confuse it with the mind. So you cannot miss yourself, neither can you recognize yourself as you are. That is because there is a mistake. So mistake involves two things: something known, something unknown. Something known but not fully. Something unknown but not fully. Is what Shankara in Brahma Sutra says, Nayam Atma Ekantena Aviditaha. The Atma is not completely unknown because it is present in your every thought. It is the truth of your every thought. Plus, it is something direct. You don't require to go anywhere to reach it. It is right here, right now, self-revealing. So this is Brahman, the Deva Deva, the reality of all beings. So Indra, Vayu, Varuna, they were helpless and they thought that they had all power and they had won the war over the Rakshasas. This incident of Brahman made them realize that they depend on that Brahman. Brahman is the God of all gods. So Tam Deva Devam, Ajam, unborn, Achyutam, unshakable, Agryam, foremost. So he is the ultimate reality because of which everything lives, everything breathes, everything moves. So this is a relationship between Brahman and creation. Creation moves because of Brahman. Creation exists because of Brahman. Creation functions because of Brahman. Brahman does not move. Brahman has no real function. Brahman is not dependent. Brahman is independent. Okay? So that independent Brahman happens to be me, which means I am the strength for my mind, I am the strength for my body, I am the strength for this entire universe, for all these devas, and also I am the reality of the very creator himself. That fact, I am the reality of this entire universe, the creator created creation. All this are supported by me. Creator created creation. They are all a set of conditions that keep changing. They all depend on something else. That something else is me. I don't depend on anything. I am the reality of everything. So this verse points out that I light up everything. I am the reality of everything. I am present everywhere. Everything is present in me. The third verse is more profound. Pratar namami tamasa paramarkavarnam. In the morning, I bow down to that Brahman who is beyond darkness. In Brahman, there is no darkness, there is no ignorance. Brahman is beyond the sun and the moon and uh, all the beings that are in the form of light, beyond fire. Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat. Okay, this is the Purusha Sukta. The same thing is mentioned here. Tamasaha Param, beyond darkness. Arka Varnam, Aditya Varnam. So it's in the form of the sun, it's the color of the sun, it's in the nature of light. When we say light, the word light is used as a simile. It is like light. Okay? Light by itself has an opposite of darkness. Light and darkness are opposites. When you talk about Brahman as light, that light has no opposite. And it is that because of which both light and darkness are recognized. So it's the light of consciousness. When you say light of consciousness, again, it's a metaphor. Okay? So it is a consciousness which is like light. Like light brightens up everything and brings things into light. Consciousness brings everything to awareness. So awareness is compared to light. So Arka Varnam, that consciousness is in the form of light. Purnam, it is complete. There is no area of darkness, there is no area where consciousness is absent. There is nothing which is beyond consciousness. It is limitless. Sanatana Padam. It is eternal. It is absolute. It is not a condition that comes and goes. Purushottamapyam. It is Purushottama. It is the universal reality, unchanging reality, beyond Kshara and Akshara Purusha. Kshara Purusha is this changing universe. Ishvara manifests as a universe, the Kshara Purusha. Ishvara as a Karanam is a Akshara Purusha. And Ishvara as the one who is beyond both Karanam and Karyam is a Uttama Purusha. So that Uttama Purusha is the reality of both Akshara and Kshara Purusha. So the reality, which is the universal self, that Atma I bow down to. Yasmin idam jagat ashesham. This entire universe is located in that Brahman who is limitless, Ashesha Murti, who is a limitless form. Brahman who has a limitless form has no form really like space. In that Brahman, this entire universe, the so-called limitless universe, is located in Brahman, which implies maybe Brahman is larger than the universe. In fact, larger and shorter have no meaning in Brahman. Time has no meaning in Brahman, space has no meaning in Brahman. If you say, where is Brahman? Brahman is not in space, space is in Brahman. space is located in Brahman. Where is Brahman located? The Upanishads say, Swe Mahimni Tishtati. Brahman is located in himself. Even that is not an accurate statement. It is more right to say Brahman is not located. Brahman is a location for everything. Brahman does not need a location. Brahman is self-existing. Okay? And what is the relationship between Brahman and this universe? Rajwam Bhujangama Iva Pratibhasitam Vai. The relationship is exactly like the snake and the rope. Okay, the rope is Adhishtanam, it is a support. The snake is supported by the rope, not really, but apparently. Okay, is the snake same as rope? Yes and no. The snake is the rope, the snake is not the rope. Okay, the snake appears as the rope, but the snake is not the rope. Is the snake in the rope? No. Is the snake on the rope? No. Is the snake inside the rope? No. Where is the snake? The truth is there is no snake. The snake is just an appearance. There is no snake whatsoever. What is the rope. So you have to first identify Brahman as present in creation, present in this body, present in the mind. Later on, you have to separate Brahman from body, mind, from the universe. You say not this, not this, not this. The first verse is Brahman is right here, right now. Brahman is here. It is aparoksham. It is direct. It is not an object of experience. It is not a subject of experience. It is nothing but experience. Okay? The experience of being conscious. My experience of being existing. My experience of being existing, my experience of being conscious is what I am. Okay? Sometimes the question is asked, how to experience Atma? That experience betrays a confusion. How to experience a sweet? Okay, the sweet is away from me. I have to taste it in order to experience. That means there's a subject-object orientation. With this subject-object orientation, if you look to experience Atma, you will never succeed because manasa agocharam is beyond the mind. If you say no, I have to go beyond the mind in order to experience Atma. If you have to go beyond the mind to experience Atma, the question comes, who is that you who is going beyond? Who is that you who is going beyond the mind to experience that Atma? Are you the mind who is going beyond mind? Or are you the Atma who is going beyond the mind? The mind cannot go beyond the mind because mind is mind, it cannot go beyond itself. What about Atma going beyond mind? Well, Atma need not go beyond because it is always beyond. It is in the mind, it is beyond the mind. Atma need not go beyond. Mind need not go beyond. Mind cannot go beyond. Then what is this going beyond to experience Atma? The experience of Atma is nothing but the recognition of my nature as the experience of being conscious and existing. Okay? The recognition of myself as the experience of being conscious, of being existent. I would add one more word, unconditionally. I am conscious, I am existing. This is very evident to me. This experience is very evident to me. This is known to me. This experience is my experience. I experience myself as conscious. I experience myself as existing. Okay. Now, here is where I make a mistake. I am conscious. I am existing as the mind, as the body. This is the mistake. This mistake is corrected by the Shastra by saying, Neti, Neti. You are not the body, you are not the mind, but you are. Okay, you are conscious of the body, you are conscious of the mind. Mind body is variable, you are invariable. You are right here, right now. Once you see you are not this body, you are not this mind, you recognize yourself as unconditional, as independent. So, who are you? You are the conscious being, you are the existent being, you are the unconditional being. It's called Sat Chit Ananda. Is what the Upanishads teach you or reveal to you directly. Just like the 10th man was told, you are the 10th. The 10th man was confused, so he thought the 10th man is missing. It took somebody to point out to him, you are the 10th person. It is direct revelation, direct knowledge. You are what you are. You are complete. You are secure. You are fulfilled. You have to go beyond the mind to experience yourself. Sorry. Because you are experienced, therefore you experience a mind. Because you are experienced, therefore you experience yourself. You are self known, self recognized, not recognized, self cognized, self experienced, self evident self. It's called Aparoksha Atma. Direct. You are here, you are right now. What about the body and mind? What about all my limitations? Rajwam Bhujanga Iva Pratibhasitam. All these are appearances superimposed on you. These are not what you are. These are superimposed appearances that look like you. Don't mistake the reflection in the mirror as you, like this dog did. This dog saw itself in the mirror and started fighting with the other dog. Don't mistake yourself to be a reflection in the mirror. You are the original. And the original does not require any, uh, you can say, any highlighting. You don't need to highlight. You are what you are. Okay? At the most, you have to be told you are not what you mistake yourself to be. Once that mistake is recognized, nothing more is to be done to recognize yourself. So these are the meditative verses. Pratas Marami, we just chant it. Pratasmarami Hridi Samsfuradaatmatattvam Satchit Sukham Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptimavaiti Nityam Tat Brahma Nishkalamaham na cha bhuta sangaha. I meditate on myself seated in my heart in the form of Satchidananda, the abode of all the enlightened people. I am the Turiyam. I am the witness of waking, dream, and sleep constantly. That Brahman who is partless is what I am. I am not this constitution of the Panchabhutas. Ratar manasa vachasamagамyam vacho vibhanti nikila yadanugrahena yanneti neti vachanaiर्निगमावोचम् tam devamajamachyutamahurakryam. I bow down to that one who is beyond the mind and words. I bow down through my mind, through my words. My all words are lighted up because of His grace alone. That self is known by the words of the Vedas in the form of Neti Neti, not this, not this. So that Deva Devan, the Lord of all Lords, who is immutable, who is unborn, and who is the foremost reality, and to that my namaskar. Pratar namami tamasa paramarka varnam. Pratar namami tamasa paramarka varnam. Purnam sanatana padam purushottamakyam. Yasminnidam jagata shesha sheshamurtau. Rajvam bhujanga iva pratibhasitam vai. I bow down to that Brahman who is beyond darkness, who is in the form of the sun, the form of light, who is complete Purnam, who is Sanatanam, who is eternal, who is Purushottamam, absolute reality. Yasmin idam jagat ashesham. This entire universe is superimposed on the formless Brahman, just like the snake is superimposed on the rope. Okay, so ultimately, there is no snake whatsoever, there is only the rope. You don't have to go beyond the snake, you just have to recognize there is no snake. The snake is just an appearance. What is his rope? So, all my limitations are really speaking appearances superimposed on me. When I reverse the superimposition, I am what I am complete, I am secure, I am fulfilled. I am complete, I am secure, I am fulfilled as I am right here, right now. Right here, right now. Hari Om.
Thank you, Acharya ji, for leading us through this meditation and for us to recognize here at this moment what our reality is. These are wonderful verses to begin our day, to end our day, and to assimilate in this wonderful knowledge. Thank you very much once again. Viewers, we have many such wonderful sessions coming up. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. India time, Vidwan Shankaracharya will be talking to us about gems of wisdom from Prashnottara Ratnamalika. So please do tune in and listen. Thank you very much and namaste.